Hey guys, um wasn't sure what we were going to talk about today because there's not much going on. I hate when there's nothing going on. It gets so boring. But I found something that we can actually go over. Now I don't know if most of you guys saw this. This is something that happened earlier today, so we're just going to kind of jump into it. This has to do with uh J6er guy Jake Lang rally in Williamsburg, Virginia. And like I said, this was recorded and streamed 9 hours ago. So we're going to go ahead and react to this video, guys.
Big announcement today is that July 1st, 2026, this becomes illegal. To walk around with your Second Amendment here in Virginia, any long gun, any AR becomes illegal July 1st. The land of our founding fathers built this country. Look at old historic Williamsburg. They are going to try to take your gun rights, and this is their key. The Democrats are going to use Virginia to insert themselves into the South. If they can take Virginia and take our gun rights in Virginia, you're going to see Georgia flip. Every single southern state soon will become illegal to exercise your Second Amendment rights. So we're standing up today, the U.S. militia, the Crusaders, we're standing together. We've got some more men coming to open carry today and demonstrate our rights before this becomes a felony in the state of Virginia. It's unfortunate. We even have to have personal protection, obviously, other than our guns, because everywhere we go, they're spraying us with chemical spray. 2 days ago, I was doused with chemical weapons that could have had anything in them. It could have had, fentanyl laced. Those are rechargeable, a lot of those fire extinguishers. And so, our lives are constantly under threat. And, it seems that the only way to get respect when you're exercising your First Amendment in America, because these degenerates, liberals and Muslims, want to kill you and attack you, is that you have to exercise your First Amendment. So when they take away your Second Amendment, when they take away your Second Amendment, how can you exercise your First? Everyone's going to be getting chased out of town, run down by these Muslims attacking you because you can't peacefully exercise your First Amendment. So we're exercising our First Amendment with our Second Amendment strapped up right on us so that we don't get killed, attacked, assaulted, threatened, pepper sprayed, beaten, stabbed, or bombs thrown at us, because that's the state of America with the Muslim takeover. If you do not have your Second Amendment strapped to your chest, you are a moving target for these liberals and leftists and Muslim alliance to kill you. That's why today we're exercising with our Second Amendment. I am tired of being fucked up, kicked, punched, bullied, stabbed, bombs thrown at me. Somebody comes at me today, they may lose their life. God bless America.
Wow.
All right, I guess we'll see what happens. You got some fans.
Eep.
Thank you, guys.
Zero tolerance for attack.
Zero tolerance.
People are going to
waiting for more
faffle.
people? What's going on?
For more people. 12 o'clock, I'm going to give a speech over there. We're doing perimeter and stuff like that right now, walking around. So
Gotcha. Well,
give me a couple of minutes. I'll check in with you guys. You can do the perimeter walk with us, but
yeah. I mean, I'm gonna follow whatever goes on out here. I'm curious. So usually I've seen militia organizations organize on a state level. I don't think I've seen someone describe themselves as U.S. militia. Can you kind of explain that?
Well, we are a national organization. We're officially a nonprofit, and reading and studying the Constitution, U.S. Code, etc., especially the Constitution, everybody between the ages of 17 and 45, according to the Constitution and U.S. Code, are the militia. Okay. Now we accept. We're a bit of a hybrid organization because we have preppers, we have medical personnel, we have all sorts of things, and so we accept people to whatever age because everybody has something good to contribute. Now, everybody being the militia, that pretty much encompasses everybody in the nation who is not part of the Navy, part of the military, the National Guard. So that's the rest of us.
Is this new? Like,
Call it U.S. militia. No, it's almost a year old.
a year old.
Telegram group over 16,000 members that they have that's very active every day in all 50 states, the U.S. militia. And that's how I got linked up with them. And Guy Reffitt, January 6er, 3%er, obviously affiliated militiaman. And, guys, me and Guy shared the cell door next to each other for over a year in prison. So we've got to become best friends. And obviously now that friendship is formulating into defense of our country against our Second Amendment encroachments by the Democrat regime here. Virginia's Spanberger and the Virginia Democrat regime here is going to
Can
run
of spam.
this. What?
Can of spam.
Yeah, they're going to run this state into the ground. It's going to be San Francisco 2.0.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not gonna let it happen. I recognize you. What's your name?
Ford Fisher. News to Share is the name of my group. Well,
Me?
no, when have we met before? I'm sorry, I'm not sure.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, were you at the, was it 2022? I went to the 2A rally in front of the Capitol. It must be that.
The Capitol and the FBI building.
And the FBI building? Oh, I had a contributor at that. I wasn't at that one personally. I had a freelancer filming at that one. But, oh yeah, that was when they were indicting Trump. Is that what you're referring to? Yeah, that was when there was, that was a bold move. Armed protests outside the FBI. I don't know if it happened before or happened since. Actually, that was a unique day in history there.
That was it was interesting. That's for sure. You know, I took responsibility for all those people there and keeping them safe and keeping a good attitude and keeping a good relationship with law enforcement. Kept me it was hot.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of being safe, I'm sure you've seen the degree to which people, when Jake does things, people show up and get angry at him. Sometimes the police, sometimes counter protesters. I mean, I know you've got your 2A. That's one way, but like, are you concerned generally about safety at this kind of event, like what you're doing now?
Always, safety is always a concern. It should be taken seriously, you know, on a reasonable level compared to what. What is known to possibly happen. So, you know, I haven't seen any threats. I haven't seen any veiled threats. So, you know, we're going to keep it kind of light today. We're not here to call anybody names. We're not here to raise Cain, cause trouble, any of that. Just making a statement, and then pass it off, pass the microphone off to the guy, and then we'll go from there.
Let's go join a guy.
Okay.
There's nothing left.
They're not taking our Second Amendment, man. They're not taking our Second Amendment.
Like, there's some things I agree with him, and there's things that I don't agree with. So,
Second Amendment.
when it comes to the Second Amendment, I am 100% on board with him at this point.
Our country is not for sale. Our Second Amendment is non-negotiable.
Yep, I agree.
Spanberger has to go. Our Second Amendment will stand regardless. The U.S. militia, the Crusaders, the Patriots will stand regardless of your unconstitutional laws. July 1st, we will be here armed. Who will arrest us? Who will violate their oath to the Constitution? Which police officer will roll over the graves of the brave men who signed the Constitution? Which police officer will enforce an unconstitutional law? July 1st, we will be here. I dare you to arrest us. Our ARs, our long rifles, this is non-negotiable. Spanberger, stand down! Spanberger, stand down!
Do you mind just moving down, not in front of the store?
You can tell them. I'm just covering whatever's happening. I'm not. I have no control over
Stand
that.
down.
But you have the camera.
Our Second Amendment rights are given to us.
I'm media.
from
I'm
the
in
Lord
public.
God
If they
above,
move,
and are
I'm
not to
following
be
them wherever they're
taken
going.
by socialists. How will our daughters defend themselves from the invaders who have let in? How will our people invent themselves and defend
Funny how they're
themselves?
like, can you move? And it's like, bro, he's media. He's not doing
Like
anything.
in England. We will be left to the rapists in England. The same way they stole the land in England through an unarmed revolution. They will steal our land unless we hold our arms. If we don't stand today, July 1st, they will steal your gun rights, Virginia.
Yep.
Your God-given Second Amendment is on the chopping block. Your God-given Second Amendment will be taken from you by socialists that want to replace you and your children with third worlders. As soon as our gun rights go, everything goes. We will not be able to protect ourselves in our land of our forefathers here in colonial Williamsburg. They have been carrying long rifles for over 300 years. By their God-given rights, they escaped the tyrannical regime in England to carry guns and worship God in the land of America. And are we going to allow them to steal that from us? No! Try that pepper spray shit here in Virginia. Let's see what happens. Yep. The funny is, it was a while ago. We will face the enemy with our long guns. You will not take our freedom of speech. You will not take our Second Amendment. Non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. Democrats, beware. We're putting you on warning now. Try to take our guns. Come and take it. Move our lobby, motherfuckers.
Huh? What?
That was perfect timing as you approached me.
You want to come to my backyard? You want to make a scene? Okay, it's your First Amendment right.
Yes, it is.
Watch your language. There are many, many children.
Okay, whatever, bro.
Our children won't have the right to even hear any of these words unless we speak them now. They'll be put behind hijabs within 10 years if we don't stand.
That's crazy.
There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to run on down the Mississippi.
Americans, stand up! Your rights are under attack in Virginia. The Democrats are taking your guns. July 1st, it becomes
That's crazy.
illegal to have a long rifle. July 1st, it becomes illegal to have an assault rifle open carry. In the land of our colonial forefathers, they are stripping us of our rights. They are stripping us of our dignity. Our daughters are going unprotected as hordes of migrants roam the streets looking for vulnerable people. Every day we see another subway shover. Every day we see another innocent victimized American. Why? Because the Democrat cities do not allow the protection of the Second Amendment. People are left vulnerable.
Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe and share, please.
To go free. These violent repeat offenders continue to litter our streets, continue to make this country into a war zone. This is what our founding fathers gave us to defend ourselves. If you give it up, The subway shovers will come to Virginia and start to bully your parents, your grandparents, your daughter, your wife. The unprotected.
Hi, welcome back.
This is what we have by God to protect ourselves. Do not give it up without a fight. Do not give it up without a fight.
Big black eye, man, we lit up your world like the 4th of July. Uncle Sam, put your name at the top of his.
Rally for strength, Americans. This is a moment in our time we can never get back. Once you give up your guns, there is no way to get them back legally. You must stand now.
That's
Stand now
true.
before the violence starts. Stand now before they take our guns. We are peaceful Americans. We do not wish to go and defend ourselves against a tyrannical government that wishes to steal our guns. But we will. We have been called by God as a duty. Part of the Second Amendment, the very first sentence of it, is the right to form well-regulated militias. How can you have a well-regulated militia if it's illegal to carry long rifles in Virginia? They're in violation of the Second Amendment. This is Elias.
Yep, that's true.
Yes, understand.
First 5 words of the First Amendment of the Constitution. Congress shall make no law regarding the right of the people to peaceably assemble. Period. That means no. No means no, right, ladies? Doesn't it?
Amen.
Yes, it does. That means no. That means stay off our rights, leave us alone, and don't molest us in the streets, because we have the right to defend ourselves and others.
Yep, yep.
And when they take this right from us, it is not the strong men who suffer. It is the weaker of our society. It is the women, the elderly, that are being abused every day. In all of these Democrat strongholds, there is one thing that rings true. If you are a woman or you are older and not able to defend yourself physically, there is somebody out there that is just fresh off bail from one of these ridiculous woke judges who is ready to terrorize you and your family. That is why you must carry your Second Amendment wherever you go, because you can never relax around the invaders. These people are not welcome here, and they know that, and they're looking to cause as much damage before we finally kick them out. Do not allow these people to steal what your founding fathers secured for you. We have a duty to pass down the heritage that we received of freedom to the next generation. It is a duty by God. It is not some type of lackadaisical, laissez-faire calling. This is something that must be exercised daily. This is something that must be spoken about, be voted for. These are rights that are indicative of a free and fair society.
Yep. And not a lot of countries have that. I believe we're like maybe the only country that has that.
And it is those same officers that we admire and we love that keep our streets clean and safe. That would be the same ones that have to listen to an unconstitutional order. We're calling upon them today, giving them about 2 months notice. We will be here July 1st. We will be carrying long rifles actually the day before July 1st. We'll be meeting here at about 10 p.m. at night. We're going to have a nice little barbecue, some American music. One day we're going to walk in here as American.
So yeah, it looks like there's only 3 countries that currently have an explicit constitutional right to own and bear arms similar to the U.S., which is Mexico, Guatemala, and obviously America.
In a city, in a state, Williamsburg, where our founding fathers walked these very same streets. Do you think that stealing the Second Amendment and turning a bunch of good men...
And then you have other countries that have stricter constitutional rights for legal protection for firearm ownership with stronger restrictions, which includes Czech Republic, Switzerland, Yemen, and Albania.
Deserve to become felons come July 1st.
So it's definitely something very rare.
Good luck. Come and take it. This is our country. Virginia is the gateway to the South. People do not understand. With this Democrat takeover of Virginia, what you're seeing is they have an entry point to take the South, to start to radicalize the leftist movement in the South, which is pretty much.
And that's one of the first things that, you know, the mustache man and the Nazis did, the Nazi regime did to Jews in Germany. They took away and stripped their rights of property, citizenship, legal protections, which included their guns, in order to be able to overtake them, which is why it's very important that we never erode our Second Amendment right.
For the Democrat Party has its eyes set on Virginia. The Democrat Party knows Virginia is, I mean, the beacon, the most beautiful. Look at Colonial Williamsburg. This is indicative of the whole entire heartland of the foundation.
Hey, what up, Heavy Hook?
1776,
what up, bro?
By and large, is right here. And if they can strip us of our fundamental Second Amendment right, dehumanize us, demoralize us, and humiliate us here in Virginia, then where will we make the stand? If we don't make the stand in Colonial Williamsburg for the Second Amendment, where will we decide to make the stand? When will their toppling of our constitutional rights finally become enough? And when it does finally become enough, will you legally be allowed to revolt? Will you legally even have the arms to defend you and your family? I would say no. I'd say this is another case of the frog in the boiling water. One by one, they strip you of magazine capacity, types of ammo you're allowed to have, all these different restrictions. One by one, you get desensitized to your Second Amendment, eviscerating before your eyes. And soon enough, you become New York, where you cannot have any handgun or anything to defend yourself, and the migrants are running wild. The woke judges have a revolving door, and the migrants and the criminals are running wild. Who will defend you when you call 911 and it takes 20 minutes and 6 men are outside your garage looking to rob your family? Who will defend you then? This is what our founding fathers devised. Second Amendment rights. They are absolute. They are given by God, not constituted on pieces of paper by men. Our right to self-determination and of protection is something found in natural law, and it predates any constitution. It is written by the hand of God into each one of our hearts that knows if somebody attacks you or your family, you have a right to defend yourself.
Yep.
And when they strip you of that right, they tell you you're not an American. You are less than human. You are subject. You are chattel. You are lower. Because guess what? Every congressperson has a full armed security detail.
Yes, they do.
With long guns. And guess what? Every single billionaire has a security detail with long guns. But the average American and your
celebrities,
and your family are not
people with
money
shmoney,
of the same level of protection as our elites. And that is the message they are sending. We are shifting into a two-class society. Those who have rights to defend themselves and those who have been left on the chopping block for the third world invaders to devour. We are standing today as American patriots, exercising peacefully our Second Amendment to show Virginians that this is what founded our country. Men that were not afraid to stand in the face of tyranny are the very lifeblood that wrote our Constitution. And those same men exist today. They're willing to stand for your rights. We are not willing to roll over as the Democrats eviscerate the Constitution in Colonial Williamsburg, in beautiful 1776 American heartland Virginia. If they take your gun rights here, watch the crime spree start. Watch the armed burglaries numbers shoot through the roofs. Watch the carjackings skyrocket. They will take your guns in Virginia and turn you into chattel, like they have done in New York, like they've done in Chicago, like they've done in San Francisco. We are living in a modern day gun grab.
Yep.
And this is why today we are calling upon the American people that are viewing, millions of you from across the world and in our country and in other countries too. Cough, cough, Ireland. We are calling upon you to join the U.S. militia, to join the Crusaders, to get active. On May 17th,
Check out Homeland
we have an
Security
activist platform launching
and pass it on.
worldwide to connect Australia, South Africa, England, France, Germany, Italy, and America.
Something popping
and
up with
Canada
Homeland, because
in the
I know that
fight
they,
to
I believe they just
save
raided
Western civilization. It is
Tulsi
incumbent
Gabbard,
upon
I
ourselves
believe.
At this moment in history, to organize and to be professional, because without organization, without unity, we will be picked off individually like the Democrats, state by state, city by city. They change the ordinances, they change the laws, they gun grab,
Yep.
they put free
Yep.
speech zones here, they put gun carrying zones there. But our
Yep.
Father said every inch of this beautiful land is a free speech zone. Every inch of this beautiful land is a long rifle carrying zone. The fact that we've allowed them to strip us of our Second Amendment rights systematically.
I hope
in dozens of cities,
the Supreme
in
Court
some of the
like
biggest
overturns
states
that,
in
where
our
they make
country
it
is
like across the board that they can't touch our Second Amendment, and like throw out all like the restrictions they have, like with the FOID cards and all that stupid stuff and permits.
In the future, look at their past actions. If they've gun grabbed everywhere that they had the opportunity to, why wouldn't they gun grab here if you give them the opportunity? Do not give them the opportunity, Virginians. Do not sit down and allow your country to be run roughshod by Marxist communists who do not care about your right to self-protection. Do not allow yourselves to become victims without arms. You will become as London. You will become as France, sitting ducks in the takeover of your culture. American patriots that can hear my voice, stand with us. We are here for the best interests of the future generations of our country. We are thinking 50 and 100 years down the line, where there'll be any place in America that you can exercise your rights. Will there be any place in America you can defend yourself? Or will we be living in a modern day Chinese socialist totalitarian regime run by big tech AI and a social credit score? No weapons, no rights, no freedom, and no God. That's what's in your future unless we stand
Hell no.
No weapons, no rights, no freedom, and no God unless you stand today. This right here is the gateway to freedom. If you give up your guns,
I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees, guys.
soon comes the internment work camps that the Chinese have, the undesirables. Soon come the 15-minute cities in which you cannot leave unless you raise
Wow,
your
that
social
sucks.
Soon come the
Yeah, that's why my butt is heading back to Texas.
They will control you.
And I'm
If
gonna
you do
lock
not
and
have your
load
Second
and
Amendment,
definitely
you will be
load
chatted
up.
to the AI overlord system that they have already put in
Like,
place in
screw
China.
that.
And if you don't believe me, go to China and jaywalk right now, okay? You won't be able to get on a bus later. They have
Nope.
it all tracked.
Yep.
This is right here. This is how you stop facial recognition. Right here. Put a couple in them. Amen. Amen. It is so true. Our First Amendment is hanging on by a thread in our country. The big tech media oligarchs already,
Yeah.
during Joe Biden's presidency, instituted a virtual lockdown on our First Amendment. It was only by threat of force that we even have a smidgen of our First Amendment rights left in this country. It is only by threat of standing up and asserting our God-given rights that we're even able to afford to speak in this country right now, in many places.
Yeah.
And what happens when you lose your constitutional protection? Your First Amendment will be silenced.
Yep.
Your children will be put behind
Yep.
hijabs, and they will not be able to speak their mind. Don't believe me? Look at London. Don't
That's
believe
a
me?
great
Look 15
example.
years ahead of us. Don't believe me? Look at the greatest civilization before America ever. The English Empire, fallen to barbarism. They've allowed barbarism to enter their coastline.
I have some friends that live in Colorado, and they can't wait to get out of there because they don't like it at all.
Here's my language. But they
It's
are.
just getting
They're
crazy.
walking around with butter knives saying, How do we get our country back?
But if we can do a red wave and stop the Democrats, where what we're doing right now with the gerrymandering, we probably would have like maybe a good 10 years Republican rule. But that's only if we get good Republicans in that are just not sitting on their hands.
In 2 days or 3 days from now. So yes, I have been, and I've seen. Actually, I walked around London, and a very interesting experiment I did. I went to every single shop in the main square there by Trafalgar Square. I could not find one single worker that was not a foreign national. I could not find one person working. They've taken all of the underling jobs. The only place you can even get a job as a white person in England is in it.
One of my friends who lived there, she told me that it started turning blue, and so she's trying to get out.
Low-level employments, they all have hijabs on. You cannot find one white person working in a service.
Yeah, and see, that's the problem, is that when you have like big areas, so like we're talking about like areas like, let's say, Houston, Austin, Chicago, Peoria, you know, all these different places that are in blue states, they're only blue because of those cities, because the rest of the areas are all red, which is so unfair, because they're not even being allowed to have their voices heard, because they're being gerrymandered the ish out of them. So if these maps can fix that, yeah, Democrats are going to lose across the board.
England is our future. We don't need to make up some type of hypothesis. We know what is in store 15 years down the road if we give up our guns. You'll be thrown in jail for a Facebook post. It happens every day.
England's going to be calling out the longbowmen out of retirement. Maybe they'll call the IRA. My name's Elias. I'm with U.S. Militia. Starting in 2008, a blanket of fear was draped over this nation. The Obama regime targeted and attacked Christians, Catholics, parents, conservatives. Those regime attacks continued during the Biden regime. Fortunately, we're in a good administration right now.
Amen.
If there was ever a time, and we have written papers and they're out on the internet, all of us are the militia, unless we're in active duty military, or the reserves, or the National Guard. We are all the militia. Yeah, not. And yeah.
Come and take it. Come and make it.
They kicked you out.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's always these little cities that, well, they're not little, but the cities tend to rule everything else, and I don't think that's very fair at all.
It is explained in U.S. code. We spent many hours researching this, and we're going to do what we're doing. This administration right now is the time for all of us to gather, to communicate, and to coordinate our efforts to restore our nation. We're not here to cause trouble. We're here to provide a house for all of us to gather in, not a roof to gather under, a house to gather in.
Amen.
If we're not communicating, we've lost. If we're not coordinating, we may lose. If you were a patriot, if you're in some sort of patriot group, if you're in a small militia, 2, 3, 5, 20, 50 people, and you're not talking to other militia, you're not talking to other patriots in your area, you will be picked off. You will be attacked. And we've got 6 to 8 months before this begins, if, and probably, the Communist Party tries to steal another election in November. And when they take office in January, the attacks will begin in earnest. The attacks on your rights. You will not be able to say what you want to say. You will not be able to assemble where you want to assemble. You will not be able to carry a firearm. You will not be able to exercise your constitutional rights.
Was it originally red, like Oregon, or was it more blue?
Monkeys.
Because if it's going pink, that's good. At least it's kind of getting there. I'm waiting to see if Illinois ends up getting like sued, having to change their maps, because their map is sucked. Like, they can't even gerrymander anymore because they already gerrymandered the ish out of it.
Kill the American. We're going to overthrow America. take their daughters and rape them. And they're stating these things at universities right here in America. We have Chinese PLA trained operatives that invaded and infiltrated our southern border during the Slojo regime. We have a significant cartel presence here. We have a significant
Oh wow,
Chinese
you
triad
guys are dark
presence here.
blue.
We have,
So it going pink is a
basically
good
everybody on the
thing.
planet
Yeah,
that
let's
hates us,
go.
somebody here that means us harm.
Yep.
Right this very minute.
Open borders caused it.
Okay. The attacks are happening.
I think that's
Watch
what's
them
pissing
every
me
day,
off about
7
Nick
days a week.
Fuentes, which we all know
across
he's
all
like,
sectors of
he was paid
society and
probably by the
culture.
SPLC. He's such a grifter, calling
So,
for us
same
to
house,
vote
same
blue, and
guts.
it's like, bro, you're gonna screw
Are
us
we
like
not
all to
after
hell
the same thing?
if that happens.
Kikoa. Are we not after the same thing, the restoration of our republic? I believe we are. We're still open to talking.
Would you like the mic?
I feel
Well,
like him,
well,
he's
what
gonna
do you want
probably
to do
flee
this
like the
week?
way MTG fled.
Um,
Still trying to say they're America
So-
first, but they're not.
to this end, and we do want to talk to and work with as many patriots across this nation as we can. To this end, we've
The Second
written
Amendment's a
a
big tent.
proclamation that I'm going to read. This is our public position statement on militia. Don't litter.
I got citation for it.
Okay. Proclamation for the formation and restoration of the citizen militia. Whereas the First Amendment to the Constitution of the United States of America explicitly protects the right of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances. And whereas the Second Amendment to the Constitution of the United States of America explicitly declares a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Amen.
And whereas
Yep. We definitely have we've done that for way too long, and I think that's what's pissing off a lot of people, like a lot of the Gen Xers and the millennials now, because they vote these Republicans in who do nothing, and so I'm glad that they're primary the ish out of the rhinos and getting these people out that don't do anything, because we do need a clean house, and we definitely need to start standing up, because if we don't, then we're gonna just be stuck in the gulags.
All able-bodied citizens between the ages of
We're just
17
gonna
and
end up,
45
what,
who are
in
not
the Civil
members of
War?
the National Guard or Naval
I think
Militia,
we're already there.
thereby
It's just that
affirming
our
the
side
constitutional
hasn't
duty of the people
done
themselves
anything yet.
to stand
But one
ready
of these
in defense
days,
of liberty.
it's going to be like V
And
for Vendetta. They're going
whereas
to screw with the
from
wrong
minimum of
person, and it's going to be
Lexington
all out
to
war,
Concord
and that's going to
and the Battle
suck
of
even
Athens,
more.
1946.
And we're getting it from
Every
every
generation
angle.
has answered the call
So
of
we
the
have it from the left, and then we're getting it from like the Islamic side, and it's like, man, there's no rest for us people on the right.
Domestic insurrection, governmental overreach. And whereas the security of our free state is once again imperiled by unconstitutional edicts, federal and various state overreach,
I see
and
what you
erosion
mean.
of God-given rights.
We're getting
making the
politicians
immediate
must be
formation,
D, but
organization,
we're
and
seeing
training of a
conservative
well-regulated
Democrats can
citizen
win.
militia not merely a right, but a solemn, necessary duty under the supreme law
We
of the land.
do, especially with Pete Hegseth, kind of weeding out some of the people. I'm one of those people on X that whenever I see like a military person kind of talking those liberal talking points, I'd like immediately tag Pete Hegseth and like, bro, clean house.
To peaceably assemble and petition.
But we definitely do have them.
Do hereby solemnly declare and proclaim the following. We affirm and support the lawful formation of well-regulated citizen militias in every county, parish, and state across this republic is guaranteed by the First and Second Amendments and the militia clauses of the Constitution. We declare that every able-bodied citizen has both the right and duty to organize, equip, train, and stand ready in the unorganized militia.
I think
To
Charlie
defend the
Kirk,
Constitution,
with
our
what
borders,
happened to
our
him, it
communities,
woke up so
our
many
liberties
people where
against
a lot of
all
people that were
enemies,
sitting on the
foreign and
sidelines
domestic.
are deciding
I
to
swore
stand
that
up.
oath twice,
And I think that's
many, many years
awesome,
ago.
because
My
now
check is
people
blank, and I
saw
will
like
take
such
that
an
oath
innocent
till the-
person
till
get
my last
taken,
breath.
and it's like we can no longer be silent.
We will
We
not
can't do
abide,
that anymore.
obey,
It's now our
or
time to
recognize
rise
any
up.
unconstitutional law, regulation, or executive
That's the only way
order
anything is gonna get
disarm,
done.
Disband or criminalize the formation and operation of these peaceable
For
citizen
real.
militias.
No, I love how the left is always like trying to tell the right that, oh, you're on the wrong side of history. And it's like, no, you guys are the baddies.
Such unconstitutional measures and to uphold their
Like, we all know that. It's just, they don't know that. It hasn't hit them yet.
We reserve the inherent right of self-defense, up to and including the use of deadly force when necessary, or when justified, against any unlawful attempt to suppress, disarm, or attack lawfully formed and operating citizen militias. We invite and encourage all patriotic Americans, men and women, young and old, to join or support these militias in a spirit of peaceable yet overwhelming political and defensive, keyword defensive, unity. Amen. That we may secure the blessings of liberty for ourselves and for our posterity. This proclamation is issued not in rebellion, but in restoration, restoring the constitutional militia to its rightful place as the ultimate guardian of the free people. Let it be known across the land that in the spirit of 1776,
Yeah, I kind of watched a little bit of it.
in the hearts of free Americans.
That guy just
And that
annoys
the
me.
citizen militia is rising again to defend the
But
republic,
I love when they
all
melt
while
down. It just
peacefully
makes me laugh so
assembling under the
hard.
sacred protections of the supreme law of our
Like,
land,
they know they're
the Constitution of the
losing,
United States
and
of
I
America.
think they don't even know what to do
Proclaimed this
because
Wednesday, 13th of May,
we figured out a lot of their game plan, so we're starting to use their own tricks against them, and now they're like, crap, what do we do? You know?
Guys, for the American patriots out there that are trying to understand what's happening, July 1st, it is illegal to open carry long rifles in Virginia. That is a constitutional right that's been secured actually on this land we're standing on right now. And we are not willing to roll over and give up our guns like they did in Europe, because we see how that story went. We see how that story goes in every communist regime. We see how that story goes whenever free people give up their right to self-protection.
I gotta start watching that guy,
Soon,
Matt
tyranny
Morris.
takes over. I want to give you guys a call to action today. In just a few short days, we will have a platform for you to join, to organize into local chapters, into local militias. And I want to give you guys the access to that. Please go on my page on Jake Lang. Follow me and turn on the notifications, because in 4 days you will see a platform, social media platform, the very first of its kind, an activist platform, to get out of your houses and into the streets and to make some change and to shape the culture on the streets. We're losing the culture war.
So according
They're taking the
to
streets, the Muslims are doing their prayer calls.
like Grok, July 1st, 2026, it appears that Virginia has traditionally allowed open carry of rifle and shotguns without a permit for adults who can legally possess firearms. However, in 2026, changes added restrictions involving certain semi-automatic firearms where they can be carried. New laws prohibited carrying certain semi-automatic rifles, pistols, and shotguns in some public spaces, and separate laws affect future sales and the definition of what assault firearms
the
are.
replacement of our people. If we refuse to allow
Yeah, I watch Ground
we will
News.
show Abigail Spanberger and the Democrat ilk that we mean business, that this state is not a rollover.
I think I've done a
state.
couple videos on their
We will
stuff.
show these tyrants that the American patriots' blood of 1776 is still warm and pumping through our bodies. The freedom that was secured by our founding fathers will not be given up without a fight. If you want to fight, come and take it. It's right here, July 1st. Any officer that tries to take the weapon on my chest come July 1st will be met with the force our founding fathers used to defend against their encroachments of the Second Amendment.
Crazy.
Our founding fathers faced men in uniform that allegedly had legal right over them, but they knew their rights did not stem from the Magna Carta, they stemmed from the hand of Jesus Christ. There is no law that can ever be written to take away my right to self-defense of my family. The only way you can take that is taking my life. And this gun here represents our community's ability to defend itself against any enemy, foreign or domestic. And to strip me of this gun on July 1st would to be stripping
the granddaughters of our nation of their protection. And I will not allow it to happen. The American patriots will
Yeah, that's why I said I agree. Like, he is really rough, and I don't, like I said, I don't agree with everything he says, but on most of it, I have to align with him, because I think we need people to be more emboldened like that. I don't agree with him, like, in regards to wanting, like, a whole solid, like, white race. But I do agree with the part where he talks about, like, Americans. Like, I'm 100% down with that. Just nothing but Americans.
To take your rights from you. They see Virginia as a state where they can enter into the South. It is a passageway for them. And if we don't make a stand here, say goodbye to your gun rights across America's heartland.
Yep.
I know many of you watching aren't Virginians, and it may not affect you today, but what happens when you have a Democrat governor that comes swooping in, and a Democrat entire cabinet with them that starts to make these edicts?
Because we know, like, if the Dems take power, like, let's say they take the House, the Senate, and the presidency, oof, we already saw what they did when they had it during Biden's run. Can you imagine that they're going to go twice as hard or 10 times as hard if they were able to get power again like that? No thanks.
The night before, 8 p.m., 10 p.m., barbecuing right here. I'm going to bring some bacon.
Facts. I agree with you, Tess. Like, I am, like, I agree with, like, we don't want nobody to infringe on us. But hey, if they want to go, we're going to go.
And if necessary, we will be,
like, that's why I said I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees, man. I'll go out swinging.
We'll make a stand here. July 1st, Americans, are you ready to lose your gun rights and become England? Are you ready to stand? Or are you ready to stand? Days of history do not come often to a man and to a society and to a people. July 1st is literally around the corner from our nation's 250th anniversary. What an appropriate time for the leftists to try to do a mass humiliation ritual on one of our nation's oldest and greatest states, Virginia. If they could take Virginia's gun rights on the eve of America's 250th anniversary, where will these people stop? They are drunken with power.
And I think I was hearing people saying that it's probably going to get nuts on actually on the 4th. It's like I'm going to have to be walking around with my pistol on my hip.
They are considered a undesirable population.
Yep, we gotta fight. If nobody else is gonna fight, I'm gonna have to do it. Starts with one, and then it'll do a domino effect. And one by one, we're all gonna start standing up against this.
Or you are white, you will be placed as a second-class citizen, abused and oppressed. And when you do not have your Second Amendment to defend you, the only place you'll be able to take it is Facebook. And by that time, we'll have another Democrat in office, and you'll get banned on Facebook.
Yeah.
So you'll just cry.
Bro, that was me.
Or you can stand.
I got banned on Facebook during when Trump was first in office, and I was like calling it out. Like, I was calling people out on everything that Trump was saying. I was telling people like, oh no, he didn't say that. Y'all didn't see the whole video. You know, I watched the lives, and my account kept getting reported to the point where they completely banned me. And in order for me to get my account that I had for 10 years, they're like, well, you need to send me your birth certificate, your state ID, and your social. And I was like, why? I didn't need that to open it. And they're like, well, we need to verify you. I'm like, you could see, I could tell you all the stuff I had in there for the last 10 years. And they're like, nope. They're like, if you don't do that, we're just going to close your account. I'm like, well, close it. I'll just create another one. And they're like, well, we'll close that one. I'm like, well, then I'll create another one. I'm like, we can play this game all day. And just recently on X, I got like soft banned because I was retweeting the stuff that happened to Tommy and saying like, hey, internet, do your thing. And they like banned me for that for 24 hours. I'm like, seriously? Like, damn.
Have you no thought of 100 years down the road, your grandchildren's
see, I have it loaded. I just would have to
lay down
like that to it. But the clip is there.
Tomorrow's freedom. Are you so weak and coddled by the American way of life that you forgot what secured these freedoms that make you so soft and gelatinous? Did you forget the hard-bodied, abled men that blood soaks this land for the Second Amendment? Have you forgotten your posterity?
Yeah. And what's more messed up is that I know for a fact that that was like all my family and friends who are left leaning that did that. Because I have the thought process of like during that time I wasn't really political. I was barely starting to get into it, so I was in my infancy stage, which was in 2017, and I was just telling people what I saw because I worked from home at the time. So every time I would see like the news autoplay on YouTube, I would hear everything. So I'd be like, oh no, that's not right what you guys are saying. So I would just be calling it out because I actually heard it. And these people that are left leaning were like, oh, automatically I was now considered a Trump supporter. I was considered a white supremacist and a Nazi. And I'm like, what? Just for telling you the truth? Like, seriously? And me personally, I'm more like, you can tell me what you believe. I don't care. That's your business, you know? But to block me and ban my account, I was like, seriously? It's not that serious. Like, I lost like talking to family and friends that I've had in my life for like all my life or for like years, and I'm just like, oh well, y'all don't want to talk to me, you're stupid. I don't need to talk to you then, you know. It's like, it's no like skin off my back or anything. I don't care. I'm gonna still do what I do.
You gonna go up to your Indian girlfriend there? Come on.
Yep, there we go.
I just said, did you come here to assault me? And now you're approaching me aggressively.
Stolen valor?
You're approaching me aggressively, trying to assault me. I just asked you. You said you wanted to use your First Amendment.
The fucking wall. You gonna spray me with that?
I'm like,
Yeah.
You're being aggressive. You're screaming and foaming
Back
at the
up.
mouth.
Yes, you did.
Do you care about American Second Amendment rights? You can. You do. So what are we here standing for today? On July 1st, are you ready to give up your guns? Are you ready to turn over, roll over, and show the white of your belly?
I can protest it.
Are you ready to show the white of your belly on July 1st? You're going to stand with the men.
You're not a man.
You're going to stand with the men or not? You're going to stand with the men or not? Get down. Forget it. It's absolute hoax. Hoax. You're hoaxes. Stand with the men. Yes, it's a hoax. It's a hoax.
Your Instagram is on DM.
Listen to me. If you're not ready to defend your First Amendment, you will be
Sorry, what was
smeared
that?
by people like
my
this.
first reach was for non-lethal, right?
Have I done something?
So I want
These people right here are voting tyranny in. I guarantee you this is a Spanberger leftist voter. Leftist.
Yeah.
Don't threaten him with bodily harm or approach him aggressively and he won't have to defend himself. It's like it's not been taught to you or something.
Stepping on my fucking feet like a dumbass.
You were within a couple feet of me, screaming, trying to assault me.
Because I can be wherever I want. I can openly.
You
walk
cannot
wherever I
actually
want.
harass me and scream in my ear. You
You're
can't.
literally harassing everyone here.
No, I'm not. I'm speaking about political matters that actually involve everybody here. I'd say most of these people here are gun owners that love their country and don't want to. Okay, so what are you doing standing this way, looking at us? Stand out
Yeah.
and look at the people who voted the tyrants in and talk to them.
Because I don't
Talk
support
to them.
pedophilia.
It's
You're a
bullshit.
pedophile.
That's
You
bullshit.
can call it bullshit all you want. Because that's your way of getting around
It's
it.
a hoax. It's a hoax.
You're a pedophile.
Believe you drank
Jake
the
Lang
Kool-Aid.
is a
I'm
pedophile.
to your mixed race
Jake
girlfriend.
Lang
Come on,
is
man.
a pedophile.
Race traitor.
Jake Lang
Race
is a
traitor. Race
pedophile.
traitor right here.
It's clear as day. Everyone that
You're a
supports
race
you
traitor.
supports pedophilia.
What? Do you have a mixed race girlfriend?
Fuck you, no I don't.
Feel it.
I got a white girl, bitch.
I could. Kind of said that a little ghetto.
You're a racist sack of shit.
I am trying to ensure the future of white Christians in America because we are being attacked. Our lands are under attack.
Yeah,
Jesus
right?
Christ is Lord of my life. Jesus Christ is Lord of my life. There you go. There's burgers right there.
Go away!
There you go. Are you a gun owner, sir?
No,
Why not?
I don't need one.
What happens if 5 black men break into your house tonight? You gonna turn over and give them your ass? Is that what you're gonna do? What are you gonna do?
It's not gonna happen.
What happens when they come?
lunatic.
What happens when they come tonight?
You are a lunatic.
What happens when they come?
I'm 50 years old.
How many can you service at one time?
Go away!
That's all you'll be useful for if they break in. You need to stand and defend yourself. This is our right as Americans. We need.
Beat the brakes on both of you at the same time till I have them weapons.
Why are you talking like another member? We're in Virginia. We're in Williamsburg, Virginia. Let's have a little decorum here. Let's talk like our forefathers did. Let's talk like our forefathers did. We're standing for our rights as Americans here. Our second.
Well, if he voted for Democrats, he does. Because weren't they the majority in the Epstein files?
From somebody who's standing out here protecting our Second Amendment, speaking very clearly on the issue at hand. July 1st, you stand next to me with a gun.
I don't need a gun because I'm a fucking.
All right, so give it up on July 5th.
I got my shit
Give
at
it up
home.
on July
I got my
1st
shit
then.
at home.
Okay.
I got my shit
Well,
at
the
home.
criminals are out here. They're not at home. We need to defend ourselves on the streets of America. Just having your gun at home is not worth it. You need to have your gun in the streets because that's where the criminals are attacking our women.
This always gets me about the Second Amendment because I told you guys, I grew up in the hood, and all the gangbangers and like drug dealers I knew, none of them got their guns legally. So it's like you're just affecting people that go through this process legally, which is stupid, you know, because that's not going to stop the criminals from getting it or 3D printing it.
We have a right to protect the First Amendment activity. You know, that's on you guys. You guys are trampling. My civil rights are supersede the noise ordinance for this particular matter right now.
The speech is not the issue.
Okay, so what's the issue?
The volume.
God bless you. I'm not here to argue with you.
Maybe July 1st I'll be here to argue with you.
I got you.
Yeah, but not now. You guys are on our side today. Don't get on our own side on July 1st. Virginians, public service announcement, July 1st. You have your rights being stripped from you. You have become a slave to Spanberger's Democrat regime. July 1st, it becomes illegal for you to open carry assault rifles and long guns in the state of Virginia. You have been sold out. Your rights have been stripped from you by socialists that have come to steal this land from the heritage Americans. So, heritage Americans, what will you do? Will you stand on July 1st? Or will you roll over and cower? I am. I'm calling upon great men in this country.
It takes
I'm
a great
calling
man to call a
upon
good man.
strong men in this country. July 1st to stand up against the Democrats' encroachment on our
It's like, why do these people care? If they're saying that they don't want to like talk to him or listen to him, then why are you still there? Why don't you just walk away?
You're a bad man.
If we don't stand up now, July 1st will come and go without a
You're a
single
sick
peep.
man and you're a pedophile.
Without a single peep.
Police
July
are
1st will come
Octagon,
and
Switzerland,
go.
Blue
We
Army
don't
members,
stand.
sheriffs are better,
There's a
research
pedophile in
everything.
Williamsburg, Virginia.
I gotta give it to Illinois sheriffs. They are definitely way better. I know some, because I have family members that are cops, and I know the sheriffs and went to like the, I want to say like the Broadview facility to help out because CPD wouldn't step up.
You are being rug-pulled, Virginians.
Shut up.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, why not just walk away? Like, what is that going to hurt you? Like, let him talk. Who cares?
Hear what you got to say.
It's like, no, you don't want to hear what he has to say. It's like, this guy's getting all butthurt.
George Soros's campaign.
Fucking rat, Jake, and you know it.
Your rights are now for sale.
Go kiss the
And this
wall.
is your
Go kiss
future.
the wall, buddy.
Welcome to your future without First Amendment and Second Amendment gun rights. Welcome to your replacement. Welcome to tyranny of women.
Ever seen.
Welcome to tyranny of women. Oppression in the streets of America. Women being oppressed. Women being oppressed in the
I bet you
streets
if
of
that
America.
dude went into federal prison, he'd be in
I'm
the
trying
fetal
to
position.
say that is against that woman's best interest. She is being held in an oppressive relationship against her will. And tell her to take it off and see what happens to her at home.
You tell her to take it off.
She'll be beaten. She will be beaten by her husband. No,
You
she will be
someone
beaten
should bend you
because
over
we
their
are an
knee and spank
oppressive
you.
regime.
Someone should
The
bend you over their
Democrats,
knee and spank
the
you like the
Democrats
bad little
pretend to
rat
be
you are.
feminists.
You're a disgusting fucking
The
rat.
Democrats pretend to be feminists, but they usher in the oppression of women through the Islamification of our country.
All right, have a good one. You're leaving,
And
dude.
American women
Thanks for
will not
stopping
be able
by.
to
You guys
take
don't forget to like and subscribe, share, guys. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers so I can go on the ground for you guys.
You're a false Christian, Jake. You're a false Christian.
The American women will not be able to defend themselves against the Muslim men who have come to rape them without their Second Amendment. We are living in times of great peril for women in this country. The rapes have increased exponentially since the invaders have crossed our border. The home invasions have increased. The
No worries, dude.
robberies
No
have
worries.
increased.
Go handle what
The
you gotta
rapes
handle, bro.
have increased.
It's all good.
When will we say enough is enough?
You ran.
Without our
And
Second
the two
Amendment,
guys screaming sound like such
we will be
soys.
driven out by
Such
deranged
betas.
liberals. Now, these people
Like, their voices are
proud
so
that they
high-pitched.
have been attacked and assaulted
Where Jake's is like
in
super
First
deep.
Amendment
Like, he sounds like manly.
These people are proud that they have mobs of deranged animals
Aw,
to assault
thank you.
any First
So much
Amendment
love for you.
demonstrator. They brag about the mobilization of their oppressive disgust. These people are bragging about their ability to drive out Christians from speaking their
Right?
mind. He is now bragging.
Yeah.
A First Amendment activist was assaulted and bombed in New York. Were you happy when a bomb was thrown at me in New York? Were you happy? Okay, so why are you happy that we're being run out and assaulted? What's up? So a felon's
Okay, and?
assaulted in the street for exercising the First Amendment, which I'm not a felon. But even if I was,
Nope, he was pardoned.
You want people with a different
And if these people are so for due process, a lot of the J6ers didn't get that. And it's like, where were these people at to protest for them? They didn't, because they're Republicans.
We are living in a time where
So of course the left didn't come out for them.
are bragging about their ability to hurt Kamala Harris. I bet my life. I did. Donald J. Trump in the Washington, D.C. jail.
You and your buddy.
We will not allow these leftists that have way too many vaccines. They took all the boosters.
I just don't
from
want to know
Joe
where they
Biden.
had those
They're
chickens at,
basically
man.
half,
I'm just
you
saying.
know, Moderna at this point.
But
They've
you're
got the
nasty.
Wi-Fi antenna, and they're out of their minds. How many boosters? How many boosters?
For real.
How many
Yeah, okay,
vaccines?
bro.
How many vaccines?
Zero.
Your crazy leftist narrative betrays you. Your crazy leftist narrative betrays you. You're crazy leftist, okay? Crazy leftist. These are the people that are
Yep.
allowing our country to be taken by the leftists instead of uniting around the Second Amendment.
He's like, I'm not a leftist, but you could tell because you're acting like one, bro.
There's one person out
A
here
normal person would not act like this.
that are ready to stand up against the taking over of our country by Muslims and socialists. Muslims and socialists.
Like, I've gone, like, when I used to live in Chicago and we would go downtown and we would see protests, I would just walk by them. I didn't even care. Or when there was, like, some crazy preacher on the corner, I would just walk by, I would drop, like, $1 and just keep going. Like, I really didn't care. Like, you do you, boo. But I would never do what this dude is doing and just sit there and vent and cry like a little bee, you know? And I'm trying really hard not to cuss, guys. But they're getting me to that point.
I'm the first American ever.
Because y'all know I get too spicy sometimes.
Outside of us, the first American ever.
The pighead too. But you're a pedophile. Don't forget you're a pedophile, Jake. You're a
These people here, they have been indoctrinated with leftist
Yup.
ideology,
Yup.
and they will stand
Facts.
against their own best interests because they've been told to by these crazy left-wing influencers that hate everybody. These left-wing influencers are looking to drive a divide in the right-wing movement. They're looking to drive a divide in the conservative patriot movement in order to win the midterm. These people are looking to steal our gun rights one by one.
Like, where's your proof, bro?
People will
It was proven that it was not real. That was AI.
Unless we band together. Unity in the face of oppression and tyranny. Our founding fathers band together. They said that they each had different states. They were all like little mini kings, but they each put their interests together to form this amazing United States of America. They put away their personal egos and they band together for the freedom of the future of our country. And now it is time again. It is time again for different alliances, different militias, different movements. America First, MAGA, Proud Boys, Oath Keepers, 3%ers. Join now before
I thought
they
it was the
take the midterms and
1%ers.
steal your guns in every state. Join together now.
Like, I think he got that one wrong.
before your rights are gone and they will never be back. If you are not ready to shed blood for your rights, you better be ready to stand and vote in the midterm. If you do not want to lose your life defending your country, you better be voting in the midterms, because the Democrats are coming for our guns. July 1st, this is a felony. The rights I'm exercising peacefully right now would land me in jail in July.
Yeah, that's pretty much all they always have.
July 1st, we will stand here. But we will stand here. You're a pedo. You're a pedophile. You're a pedophile. For the next generation. Put the gloves on. You consider yourselves on. Put the gloves on. Put the gloves on. Here. The night of July.
That's freedom of speech in this fucking country.
Cut us off from
It's freedom of speech in this fucking country.
Cut us off from
It's
our
freedom of speech all fucking
and our
day.
birthright. And I will not allow it.
Shut the fuck up, you
Person
You too.
will lose your gun rights come July 1st. Person
You too.
will lose your gun rights.
Like, what's
come
going on,
July
bro?
1st. I'm not going to allow it to happen.
What?
They can come and take it.
it, bro.
I'm not going to allow it to happen.
What?
They can come and take it.
Do
They
it, bro.
can come and
Do it.
take it.
Do it. Everything's on
July
Okay,
1st.
Go, scooch over. Okay.
From January 6th,
I kept skipping on his recording.
From Austin Metcalf, we did another one. We stood up for Emily Carlson. Nobody knows. Nobody speaks about her. Emily Carlson, we spoke up for her as well. Another beautiful white woman murdered by a degenerate ghetto black. Yes.
Say you don't live it while you have felony charges pending in 4 different states, such as 3.
I have no
How
felony
many? Yes, you
charges.
do. You do in Minnesota.
Well,
I'm
at least
asking
your
how you're able
circulation isn't
to
good.
open carry in Virginia, a state you don't live
I
in,
just,
when you have
God
felony
bless you, no
charges
comment,
pending
thank you.
in another state.
Do you want a water? No. Okay. Just stay healthy,
Mr. Lang, my name's Tom Raymond.
Yes, sir. Has directly affected the gun rights. We're seeing, obviously, as the demographics of a certain state shift, it seems to be that the entire gun rights of that place also disappear. We have correlation.
No.
Relax yourself.
No.
Relax yourself. Chill with like the gotchas, you know what I mean? It's a hack. You know?
No, you're the hack. You don't even live here.
I mean, not everything is a gotcha.
You don't even live
She's
here.
like, you don't even go here.
I'm an American.
Like, girl. Like, he can't go there to protest for something he believes in.
Activist organizing. What was
When
that?
you have, what, people traveling all over the country to go to protest in Portland or in, like, Chicago or Washington, it's like, come on, lady. Get it together.
Join it like that. Somebody will be reaching out to you to vet you and get you into local activism there for flag drops, church protection, different, we'll have people protecting churches. There's so many different civic duties that the militias need to take care of. Emergency responses, preparedness for water, droughts, electricity. Yep.
If I interject, so U.S. militia has lots.
If you're not, how do you keep the feds from infiltrating something like that, even if that's not your intention?
Well, first of all, no, I'm not a Fed. It's been 900 days of solitary confinement. I have charges on me in multiple states. I think that feds tend to be able to get off scot-free with everything.
Yeah.
You know, pointing towards other provocateurs that were at January 6th and never had to go to jail. Those people there, those are feds that never saw the inside of a jail cell. People that have suffered for this country, who have had to go through incredible weaponization, obviously are not working for the government. The government's doing everything in its power it can do to destroy you. Probably means you're not a fed. The more frictionless time you have going through your operations without government involvement, that's indicative of a Fed. So let me just start there. And second of all, as far as preventing feds from joining, when you have a revolution that you are leading, right? Not a violent revolution, but even a peaceful one, what happens is you have to make the decision either to do this and possibly have people infiltrate or not to do it. And the best option always is to do it.
Yeah,
you have to make action, you have to stand, you have to organize, even under the auspicion of somebody trying to infiltrate. There will always be Benedict Arnold, but there must be George.
A white nationalist, correct?
Just
I mean,
like
you.
anyone.
I don't believe
So I mean,
that
like, are
America
you?
is only
Is
for white people? I believe that America should remain a majority white country.
does the U.S. militia as an organization agree with his beliefs?
We don't have any, and we're not going to make any public statement on that.
So the U.S. militia.
I mean, you're aligning with him, so I mean, you're the only group that is aligning with him, as far as we can tell. I mean, like Minneapolis. I'm a journalist with the Nerd Photo. It's a wire service. No, but
Alignment's thrown around pretty loosely.
Because I had a bomb thrown at me in New York.
What branch were you
It was
in?
TAT, Pig Hill, Mother of
What
Satan.
branch were you
It
in?
killed
Navy
63
and the Marine
people
Corps.
and
Good for you.
Ariana
At least we
Grande.
have the real
pending
valor here
felonies.
instead of stolen valor.
Do you know about it? Ariana Grande is?
Yeah.
Did you know that
Hey,
63
are you-
people were murdered at one of her
you
concerts
spew
with the same bomb that was
Christian
thrown at me?
Are you-
And do you
are
think
you
that
a
I deserve
Christian?
to have a right
Are
to
you
not
a
be blown
Christian?
up? Yes.
Are you- were you
Jesus
raised
is Lord.
Christian?
Yes, I was. I was
Really?
baptized.
Oh boy.
What's the picture or the video of you for your bar mitzvah kissing the wall?
So
in
I was blessed
So
by, I was born into
Jewish,
a family.
but now Christian.
No, I was born and raised
Okay.
Christian, but also.
Get your story.
So
straight.
you
What
can't
was that
respect
you
other
thought?
people's religions? Is that what was she saying? Because just because he was doing something that has to do with
Of
Jewish
course he is. He saves
people,
our
like,
country.
Sorry, Dan Campbell. Did you mean Dan?
like,
Abbott?
sorry,
Dan
lady,
Campbell,
your
Tom King,
racist lip is
I understood what you
showing.
meant, but- yeah. So I mean, how has it been received, like by state militias? You kind of trying to
Very well,
organize like that?
for the most part.
You know, the top-down organization that the Crusaders is bringing is a national, large demonstrations and whatnot. Tens of millions of Americans want to be more active. They don't want to be.
Family. Jake, you come from a pretty family. Jake, you come from a pretty affluent family. Your dad
I'm
is
so
done pretty
blessed.
well.
Yes, my father.
Does he still talk to you?
Yes, of course. My father's my greatest supporter. My father
Then why do
grew
you have-
up. My
then
father
why
had
do
a
you-
Camaro when my mom met him. He had nothing. He was just wants to see our people
See,
destroyed.
you guys are all about the binary. Who did you vote for? You don't. How did
if-
someone like? What's the process like?
If you're Jewish, you.
Saying that you don't. How did
if-
someone like? What's the process like?
If you're Jewish, you.
Saying that you don't want to be Jewish.
This guy's like recording, like whoever he has as editor. So
Saved
it's,
by the grace of Jesus Christ.
There's nothing wrong with being Jewish.
No,
Like,
I
why
have
are
a
you
blue- I have-
talking bad about Jewish people?
I didn't.
Why
Did
would-
anybody
why-
say anything
like,
bad
why
about
would
Jewish
you try
people
to
at this
distance
current
yourself
time?
from Jews?
Did I say
Why
anything
are
bad
you
about
trying
Jewish
to do
people
that?
right now?
So if she was able
Why are
to
you putting words in my mouth? I didn't say anything bad about Jewish people right now.
So if she was able
Why are you
to
putting words in my mouth? I didn't say anything bad about Jewish people.
I just don't understand like what
this chick
So
trying to
my
get them
bloodline
got
is
yous,
the
you know?
ethnic bloodline
and
that
why
is
would you
religious.
why would you call your sister woke mind virus for being Jewish? That has nothing
That's
to do
not
with
what he
being
said.
Jewish.
She's not. I said she went woke my virus
It really
because she
doesn't
became
make
a
sense.
lefty. She voted for Kamala Harris when I was in prison. She voted for the rest of my life for me to be left there. Okay,
Yeah,
her own
why-
flesh and blood. Her own
No,
one
I
brother
don't
she has.
understand like how
Her
she
own
was,
one brother that she has in this whole world. If that doesn't show you what the woke mind virus, to vote against the freedom of the only sibling you have,
Jake, the only thing
to
you
in
have here
favor of some
is that you talk
Indian.
louder than other people.
I'm-
you don't let anybody else get air in
You-
because you don't have a good argument.
Was I in the middle of just speaking while you just
You're
interrupted me?
speaking over me.
No, you asked me a question.
It's a sign
Did you
of
not?
an
You're a
insecure man.
journalist, right?
You're
What
so
are you?
insecure.
What are you? Are you a journalist or are you an
You know,
antagonist?
it gets annoying too when you have women, and I know I'm probably bashing women, but it's fine.
You're out on bond.
I can't, 'cause I am one.
Niggers are trying to kill
But I
me.
hate when women try to Uno reverse it and like right away when they're not winning an argument, they either get really loud, they start crying, or they start attacking by talking about men's manhood. And it's like, girl, that just makes you look weak as heck.
I'm saying
That you have nothing, that you like, you can't hold your
They've
own.
lynch mobbed me. They've dragged me out of cars. They've surrounded my vehicle. They slashed the tires of
I
all my
watched the
supporters.
video.
They pepper sprayed me while I was driving a moving vehicle. They have split
right
my
here
head
in front
open.
of you.
They
Yep,
get
if she's
stages.
crying, she
They broke
lying.
my finger. They stole my vest. They stole my watch. They stole my microphone. They stole my
Did they do
speaker system.
5150s in Virginia?
No,
Because,
I'm telling
this
you,
guy is,
I'm
like,
listing
so
a litany of
triggered
the
all
different
the time.
grievances
Like,
that I've had, that why I have to wear
No, you're a
protection.
constant victim, man.
No,
Like,
I'm
get out of
constantly
the
being.
I mean, he has. There's video footage of him being victimized, lady.
Your stature or anything that you have has ever earned. So I congratulate you. I took pity on you because you look near death, but I am now done giving you my time.
No, I just want to understand
where-
if you
where-
associate
if
the
you're
woke
building-
mind
Do not
virus,
touch me.
If you're
why
building
Yep.
this movement,
Don't touch him.
people have the woke mind virus. Why did you say that about your sister?
Okay, so statistically,
Why would
only
you call
Jew-
that? Why
That's
would
what I'm telling you. I would have to pull my hair up, make sure my hoop earrings are out.
Not every AI that
ask AI.
Get
if
ready
only
to
Jewish people
swing.
voted-
lost
If only Jewish people voted in the 2020 election, who would have won? And then that'll tell you why I'm against
Why
having a
would you say
majority.
your sister had the woke mind
Because
virus and
Jews
that's why
vote
people-
majority Democrat.
So it
Democrats
sounds
want to
like
take your
you're-
First and Second
It sounds
Amendment.
like you're an anti-Semite.
You had a question for me?
No, it just sounds like a brother that's pissed that his sister voted for the person that was going to keep him in prison. Like, I'd be pissed too.
But yes.
I mean, I'm a wire photographer, so I have no idea where it's gone. But okay, if you're building this movement, you're building an app. You have
Over 1,000
two.
people.
I would.
Two people show up at this rally in Virginia. In Minneapolis.
I'm just telling you,
we had
man.
maybe
If
15
we ended up in a
acts.
civil war, I'm gonna have like a gun on my hip. And I'll bring my hammer in my back.
What about Virginia?
Bring Lucille and my hammer. We'll go ham on people.
I mean,
This was, I'm gonna be completely honest. Today is not my event, and I did not even post anything about it until 9 p.m. last night. I had worked with two of my brothers that are leaders of militia groups, and we are coming here to make a public statement announcing a real militia meetup on July 1st. But me personally, I kept my public name out of it until very late, so that I did not have hundreds of.
I mean, it was posted with the tweet. I mean, that's how I knew to be
Yeah,
here.
I never. When did I tweet it?
I'm just saying, like, your name
never
was associated with. So I mean,
I never
no,
tweeted
but,
this event.
I mean,
I
so you
posted it on
have
Facebook and Instagram.
you have
Last
leadership,
night at 9
leadership of
p.m.
the Proud Boys have spoken out against you. You have the
What is
Poets
the
here
leadership of
speak
the
out
Proud Boys
against
say?
you.
Because, there's no leadership of the Proud Boys. The Proud Boys are owned by a black church. The black church in DC owns the Proud Boys. So
Enrique has.
Enrique is the former leader of the Proud Boys. Is that what you meant to say?
Okay.
Okay,
Yep,
Enrique's
he's former.
There you go.
So where are you building this movement?
you
Like
hate
when do people start showing up? I guess that's my question.
I had over 200 men in Plano, Texas. Many of them were armed, and we have over 1,000 people on the app, and I haven't even launched it yet. And I think I had in the last.
Man, I saw
48
Plano,
hours,
Texas. I saw a video of it. That
50
looked
million
crazy
views on my content,
with all
give or
the
take.
Muslim
So,
people that took it over. That was insane. I remember being there like over 5 years ago, and it looked nothing like that. It's crazy how much it changed.
It's proven, I think, dozens of times over now from Austin Metcalf. When nobody was speaking about him, I showed up with a 40-foot MAGA bus. When nobody was speaking about Islamification, I showed up with pigs. I showed up with burning Qurans. We have an ability to move the dial closer towards where people need to be, and we're bringing forefront attention.
I'm telling you guys, we're getting hit from every side.
Issues that nobody's speaking about today. People will
And it's funny to me because the Muslims aren't only siding with the left right now for now until they can actually get absolute power. Because once they do, they're going to be the first people to go. Like, they're stupid if they think they're not.
And most Americans are going to be tuned in. I'd say there will be millions of people that are very will intricately be watching the events of July 1st that transpire.
So you said in one in part of your speeches over there that you would potentially shoot a police officer if they tried to take your gun.
Depending upon the scenario that day, I will defend my rights to have a Second Amendment with my own lifeblood.
I think it depends on where you're at. My uncle, he lives in Texas, and when a police officer tried to come on his lawn, he told him he came out with his shotgun. Mind you, my uncle is a Marine, and he told the cop to get off or he was going to shoot him and to get off his property. And what did the cop do? He's like, "Yes, sir," and he walked off. Because he has that right. So, can he do something like that? Yeah. Obviously. I was shook by it because I never saw that before. Because, you know, coming from a blue state, you're like,
literally woke my
how can you
entire
do that? Like the
sponsor,
cops
follow
normally, like in
constitutional
Chicago, they're so
directions,
corrupt. They would just beat the crap out of you and drop you into a different hood and tell the hood that, oh, this person's part of this gang, even if you're not, just so you can get beat up. So I was kind of surprised when I saw my uncle do that. I was like, no way. And then the cop listened. I was like totally shook.
Uniform or not comes to strip me of it. I should have the right to defend myself, and I should assert that right. But the position that I'm in a leadership position, would spiral the movement more than me, subject.
Yeah.
Better for the American people, I think, rather than taking me out for my whole life.
Eminent domain.
Honestly, I could.
All right. So I think like this video is done.
And so if we don't show backbone on July 1st, then we will be run roughshod with gun confiscation.
Just out of curiosity, are you familiar with the activism of Mike Dunn, who from 2020 to 2023, he was doing some Second Amendment activism here in Virginia that had a sort of similar tone? I was wondering if you were... you were in jail for beating police with a baseball bat, but you didn't have a gun there.
That it sold the election that had murdered Roseanne Boylan in my arms, were murdering more women, and were met with force that was applicable to stop them from doing that. And Ford Fisher, journalist, that needs to include the facts. I did not injure any officers. There's no injuries on my case. I hit the baseball bat against a riot shield. So it's just like, we could literally reenact it with a garbage can cover and a baseball bat. That's why it's not like I didn't kill anybody. If you can reenact...
For real, there was nobody that was, the only person that was murked was a person on the right, nobody else. They try to count like incidences that happened days later, weeks later, and trying to say that that was due to what happened on January 6th, and they try to link them as victims of January 6th, but that never happened.
Chemical gear and did not injure them or touch their actual body other than their protective outer layer, but they did hurt me very severely. I had stitches in my head. I had a broken foot. I was shot with a rubber bullet. So, yes, I was injured on January 6th, and I did
just
not.
FYI, guys, right now what's going on is President Trump meets with Chinese President Xi Jinping for the high stakes summit. So that's going on live right now, guys.
But I do understand.
I feel like that might be a little boring.
If I said that.
Because sometimes politics can get super boring. So I like to do other stuff that I feel is like more entertaining or interesting to myself.
No, I know you were. The reason that I asked was just
true. We do. No matter how much the left tries to deny it.
Was just that other activists have tried a similar thing to you before in Virginia, and it's gone a number of different ways. Some have been arrested. Sometimes police haven't shown up. It's never actually turned into a shootout when someone says they're going to do this. Actually,
yeah, I mean, I personally, because of the position that I'm in the movement, it would be completely reckless of me to be the one to make the sacrifice for that. But it does not mean that sacrifice should not be made to draw a clear line in the sand. Gun confiscations, unconstitutional gun confiscations will be met with deadly force. Is it me, the one to do it? God will put it in my heart at the moment, whether it's...
Illinois tried to do that, where they tried to confiscate guns, and they were doing like the buyback, and they were trying to make people register. It was an epic fail. Nobody really registered. They were hoping to get like, I think 3 or 5 million people to register, and I think it was like maybe... like 100,000 people did, but nobody did. Ain't nobody that stupid, especially people on the right. They're not that stupid to put themselves on a list like that.
While we exercise the same thing. Officers, you saw me carrying a long gun today. Do you plan on killing me for doing what I did today on July 1st? I did it today, no incidents. Will you shoot me in the face on July 1st for doing it? No, this is the guy that will kill me. Everyone was fine today, right? Will you kill me and everybody here for doing the same thing we did today? You have to wake up and ask yourself that. July 1st, are you willing to kill me for doing what I did today?
He's so hyperbolic.
Ask yourselves, officers, because you made me met with that question. We are going to be here. We will be here. Your commanding officer will tell you to take my gun. Are you prepared for the consequences of that? Are you prepared to roll over on your oath and take my weapon that I displayed?
This is why I think sheriffs are based, because the sheriffs and state troopers would be like, nah, we're not following in line like that, because they're voted in by the people and they're not like put in there by the politicians.
Are you willing to become a jackboot redcoat thug to take my weapon?
or are you willing to be the honorable man you are today? You have to either lose your honor or disobey an unlawful order. Either one. You make the decision July 1st. My trigger finger's ready. Don't touch my gun. Don't touch my gun. Don't touch my gun. 2 words for you. Kyle Rittenhouse, motherfucker. Touch my gun.
This guy.
July 1st. Kyle Rittenhouse, remember that. Acquitted. Acquitted. Acquitted.
Yeah, but Kyle Rittenhouse didn't make any threats to anybody. He was actually there to help people, and he only protected himself when he was being attacked.
Would you currently have charges in D.C. for threatening a police officer?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Same exact thing. A man stepping outside of constitutional authority, trying to brutalize people for exercising the First Amendment. Literally, not this man. This guy's a complete professional, good people. But they need to be prepared in their own mind and heart what the hell they're showing up for on July 1st, because July 1st is going to be a recurring theme in different states all across this country in the next 20 years as mongrels and Democrats take over and white people lose their gun rights. July 1st will repeat year after year in different states. So when is it time to put them on notice saying, by the way, somebody tried to grab Kyle Rittenhouse's gun. He's no longer with us. Kyle Rittenhouse is walking around free. Don't make yourself a victim. Be a man and stand for the Constitution. Be a man and stand for the Constitution, or possibly go home in a fucking wheelchair.
This guy. So that was the end of Jinkling, but I wanted to show you guys this video because I thought this was interesting. This is the thing I was telling you guys about earlier about Tulsi Gabbard. So this is coming from Benny Johnson.
Is level-headed best to share as much as possible with the American public from inside of the deep state. Maybe he's just scratched the surface.
Yeah, I agree. Like,
work inside of his
I don't agree with everything he does or says, but I agree that we need people like him to kind of,
programs like the
I guess, counter what the left does. We need our version of the left, and we're getting that with Jake Lang.
That ran from the early 1950s.
I don't agree with him threatening the cops, but I think that him putting it out there and kind of giving you the line, I think that's something that's needed, and to know that we're not going to back down no more.
It's exactly what happens. It's called Operation Paperclip. Look it up. The program was aimed to develop techniques for interrogation and mind control, creating Manchurian candidate-style programs for assassins.
Oh, the MK Ultra.
Psychological torture methods and drug-induced altered states for espionage. It was launched in 1953 by Allen Dulles, the most evil man arguably in American history. They should strip his name off the Dulles Airport in Washington, D.C. And the MK stood for the CIA's technical term for mind control in German spelling.
Yeah.
Okay. You see what they did there? Also led by Sidney Gottlieb. I wonder where he came from. Anyway, this is where you get LSD and a ton of famous.
Honestly, they could have used a better drug known as Devil's Breath, which is, I think, found in Colombia, if I'm not mistaken.
Link it to this program.
Y'all should see a documentary about it. It's crazy.
Was about to get full declassification.
In case that y'all don't know what Devil's Breath is, it's a very pretty tree that has these blooms of flowers and everything on that tree. So we're talking about like the leaves, the flower, everything on that tree can be used. And what they do is they grind it into this like little powdery substance that you can either take by taste, by smell, or by touch. And what it does is that, and a lot of people thought this about the guy who did the, that was known as the Joker guy that did the thing in the theater. Because some of the symptoms of this is that, so like, let's say if I give you a map, right? And I tell you, hey, can you tell me how to get here? And you grab the map, you've already got in that stuff in your system. Or if I pour it in your drink, it's already in your system. So this thing could literally get you so many different ways. And what it does is it literally turns you into a zombie where you literally can't tell me no. So I'll tell you like, okay, so let's go to the bank and you're going to empty out your accounts and you're going to give me all your money. You're going to give me your car keys. You're going to sign over your house. This actually happened. I was watching a documentary about it. It was so crazy. And this guy, he came into his home. He had like a condo and the the security there was like, who are these people? What are you doing? And he's like, no, it's okay. Like, because you're talking like you're not talking like robotic or nothing. You're just talking like you, because they're already telling you what to say. So you're literally just saying it like the way you normally would talk. Like, yeah, they're my friends. It's okay. They could come up with me. They could take my stuff. I told them it was okay. And so this person that had this happen to him, because, the cops over there know about this, and they were saying like their accounts would get wiped out, their credit cards would be gone, their houses would be taken. And only one person, I believe, died from it because he got overdosed. But the next day, and sometimes it could take days for it to come out of your system, like anywhere from like a day to like a week. And when you come out of it, you literally have no memory, which is crazy, which is why they were saying that they thought that the guy that did the theater shooting that looked like the Joker, they thought he might have been a victim of something like that, or MK Ultra. But when I found out about that, I was like, that's some craziness. And it's not a drug that's addicting because you don't taste it, you can't smell it. So it's just crazy how it can literally just mind control you like that. So crazy. Y'all should really look into it. It's crazy.
Of the MK Ultra program and a number of other documents. And don't you worry, Tulsi Gabbard, who of course works for Donald Trump and is a friend of our program and is great, had all the documents, and she had the boxes ready to ship them off to Congress, and the CIA raided her gunpoint.
That's crazy.
That literally just happened, ladies and gentlemen.
Just raided Tulsi Gabbard's office. Agents hauled out dozens of boxes, files on the JFK assassination and MK Ultra, the CIA mind control operation, which she was in the process of declassifying. Today's whistleblower said it during his deposition, and Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna confirmed it moments ago.
The reason why this is troubling is
that chick is
an
so
executive
based.
order that the president had directed the full declassification of JFK, but then also to the MK Ultra files. The CIA famously has said that, all documents were released and other documents had been destroyed. So these are allegedly those documents that apparently never existed.
It's just in, John.
So, whoa. They just raided Tulsi Gabbard's office and hauled out all of the documents. 40 boxes seized. CIA has 24 hours to return the files, says Anna Paulina Luna. CIA has 24 hours to return the documents to Tulsi Gabbard's office, or else I will make a motion to issue a subpoena. These documents have been requested by Congress, the President of the United States. Here's Tulsi Gabbard
out of the CIA that
talking about what's going on here.
Yeah, so we were actually just notified that the CIA went in and took documents out of ODNI, multiple boxes pertaining to the JFK files as well as MK Ultra. The reason why this is troubling is there was an executive order that the president had directed the full declassification of JFK, but then also to the MK Ultra files. The CIA famously has said that, all documents were released and other documents had been destroyed. So these are allegedly those documents that apparently never existed. And so very troubling. I did just talk to Chairman Comer, and we are sending in the next hour or so a preservation of documents request to the CIA. I have calls into the White House to the director of the CIA himself. And so obviously, as this develops, we'll keep everyone up to date. But strange times we're living in.
You also.
What is that? What is going on? CIA just raided Tulsi Gabbard? But as
so
director of
crazy.
national intelligence, isn't Tulsi Gabbard in charge of the CIA? The answer is yes, of course she is. This comes the day that a CIA whistleblower claimed the agency took back 40 boxes from JFK and Tulsi and MK Ultra declassification. The whistleblower alleges that the CIA illegally monitored the computer and phone usage of Tulsi Gabbard's investigators during the probe into the the COVID-19 origins cover-up. These were Americans being spied on illegally while they're carrying out the duties directed by the president, the director of national intelligence. This is a CIA whistleblower that testified today. Now, this was about the origins of COVID-19.
Mm-hmm. I was watching that.
Destroyed Dr. Fauci's career. Hopefully, Dr. Fauci will be spending the rest of his life in a gulag on the moon. But this is something that I missed in his testimony that 0 Democrats decided to show up for.
Yep.
So the CIA is pissed. The CIA, of course, sent a scathing screed against that whistleblower. And now they've gone and raided Tulsi Gabbard in direct violation of President Trump's executive order. 47 has to reel in the CIA.
Yeah.
So Anna Polina Luna is somebody who has
Which
been
kind of
going
just puts
hard
more
and
into the
paying
theory
on
of the
all
shadow
this and is
government, because
pissed off.
how can they go
Here's
against
what
their
she
own
says.
boss
Given
like
the
that, you know?
documents in question, we are sending a preservation notice. Documents need to be returned to the Director of National Intelligence, given that ODNI, given the direction and authority by the President to declassify RFK, MLK, JFK. Regarding MK Ultra, these were documents specifically requested by my task force and currently being used in our investigation. So Congress is fighting back. They, of course, have the power of the subpoena, but a lot of people laugh that out. You know, a lot of these intelligence agencies are just black boxes. And so it just doesn't matter. They think they're far and well above
he's trying to kill
the power of
They think they're above the law.
any oversight. Here's Tim Burchett. It's just one of my all-time favorites, members of Congress, talking about MK Ultra. I think things are just getting hot for the CIA. He's talking about MK Ultra on Joe Rogan's show. This dropped just a few days ago.
And we're seeing this more and more, I think.
What do you mean the guy's been programmed?
I think these people are...
He's talking about
like
assassins.
MK Ultra type programming?
100%.
Really?
I think so, but it's a different... You know, MK, you're the expert on it.
I'm not really.
Well...
Don't say that.
I think Alex Jones was.
Yeah, I don't want to get you
And
bumped off.
Jesse
here.
Ventura.
Let somebody else go start your car when you walk out there and wait 30 minutes.
For real.
But, yeah.
I know nothing.
But, you know, the CIA, they were grabbing these people up and giving them, I guess, acid or LSD, whatever, and then programming them, and then they said they weren't doing it, and then they got sued, and they said, oh, we lied, we were doing it, but we're not doing it anymore. Now, which time are they not? So here's my thought on this. I think you've got a bunch of people today, because of this, it's just open up your head and pour it in, and they can put these things out to people just enough to where they know that there's going to be a reaction. There's some people, you and I are going to read this stuff and go, huh? You know, and there's some people that are just going to stay awake at night and just fume. I know people that read stuff and they'll call me and text me and said, can you believe this? And I'm like, dude, man, I live this stuff. Cool out. We're good. We're okay. And I think that these folks, they know who they are and they can target them. You know, how many of these people are we going to find that have no internet access, have no history of being on the internet?
Right,
you know,
like Thomas Crooks.
Yeah, that's just
one's
total
nuts.
BS. Total BS. Oh, we let him on the roof, and you know, and then
also they couldn't get snipers on that roof because the slope was too steep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does it sound like the CIA is panicking? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It does. And they're doing this while Trump's in China.
Yep.
While Daddy's away.
Yep.
Right? So what's going on? What's going to happen
the cat's
next?
away, the mice will play.
This was, my biggest fear, obviously, is that Trump's going to go so hard after the deep state that they're going to do an open revolt. And that's what this sounds like.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we'll stay on top of the story. It's your boy, Benny.
So, yeah, what I'll do for you guys is I'll look for that documentary that I was talking about, and I'll probably do a video on it so you guys could get more informed about it. But it was such an interesting documentary because I'd be watching the craziest things, I'm telling you guys, that I find super, super interesting to myself. But I think I'm going to share something like that with you guys because I think that's probably really super important as well. But yeah, this is all I have for you guys tonight. I hope you guys had fun. I will see you guys tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. You guys have a great night. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell, guys. We're trying to hit that 1,000 subscribers, guys. So let's get it done later.